First, the president-elect has picked billionaire Scott Bessent to be Treasury Secretary. Now, Bessent is one of Trump's top donors. He is also a former hedge fund manager at a firm started by Democratic mega-donor George Soros. But he has since earned Trump world credibility by converting into a MAGA true believer and embracing what the Washington Post calls populist economics. Just a few hours ago, Trump also chose his head of OMB, the Office of Management and Budget, a position of significant influence as far as the president's agenda. In that position, Trump hopes to install the architect of Project 2025, Russell Vought, the man who served the same role during Trump's first term in office. Trump's full embrace of Vought is further confirmation that Trump's proclaimed disinterest in Project 2025 was anything but. And then about an hour and a half ago, Trump made a surprise pick following some heavy lobbying from the Teamsters Union, choosing Republican Congresswoman from Oregon, Lori Chavez DeRemer. She will be his labor secretary. Chavez DeRemer was one of few Republicans to co-sponsor the PRO Act, which protects and strengthens workers' rights to organize. Joining me now to talk this first tranche of appointments is Faz Shakir, senior advisor to Senator Bernie Sanders and founder of the nonprofit More Perfect Union. Faz, thank you for joining me. It has been a flurry of news from Trump world tonight, and I want to kind of just tick through some of these appointments to hear what you have to say. First, let's talk about the Treasury Secretary, just because there was a lot of back and forth about who he was going to pick, whether this was someone Trump could rely on to enact his tariff plan, which has come with a lot of eyebrow raising on the part of a lot of economists. What do you make of someone who was once affiliated with George Soros, once worked for George Soros, played a key role in some of George Soros's investments, now part of the MAGA firmament?
Well, this has been an interesting fight because Elon Musk opposed Scott Bessent. He said he was business as usual and that business as usual would bankrupt the government. It became a major tussle between the Elon Musk wing of the Trump world versus Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon, fresh out of jail, advocated strong. This was his major campaign. He had Bessent come on his show. He said, this is the guy. This is the MAGA movement person. He's going to enact our tariffs. And it became kind of so much of a tussle that Trump then looked to a third person, the head of Apollo, Mark Rowan, who was probably the highest profile person who came to Mar-a-Lago, talked to him. And he went with Bessent. So the MAGA world, Steve Bannon wins this one. And you see in the flurry of all these other things, you could see Trump kind of doling out favors to various factions of his coalition tonight. But Steve Bannon got this one.
So a W on the board for Steve Bannon. And I would assume you feel that this is also a W for Steve Bannon in the fact that Justin Vought, a mastermind is the word that's frequently used in the press to describe his work on Project 2025. Mastermind of Project 2025 being installed at OMB. Now, Vought was there in the first term, but it is quite obvious, especially from the writings in Project 2025 that Russ Vought oversaw, that he has some very clear, very extreme ideas about what to do next. What's your reaction to this one?
Well, with that one, Alex, for those who are frequent watchers of the Alex Wagner Show, will remember that 2 nights ago, you and I were talking about the cuts to Medicaid and to food stamps. And that was in the first Trump administration. It happened. Who executed that? When we saw all of those great protests in Capitol Hill over Medicaid cuts, who was the architect? Mr. Russell Vought. He's back, and he's going to be here for the same thing. If you looked at the last budget that Donald Trump produced and sent out in 2020, it had massive cuts. I think it was over $1.5 trillion to Medicaid. It had massive cuts, even cut Social Security, food stamps, of course. And so you can assume, looking both at Project 2025, which, of course, Trump said, oh, no, that's not going to have anything to do with me. Of course it is. And he's now named not only, Vought, but Stephen Miller, Tom Homan, and Brendan Carr, a number of others who were authors of Project 25 to his administration. But you can assume he's going right at all the things you and I were talking about 2 nights ago, Medicaid, food stamps, the far-right agenda to attack working people.
Yeah, just to put a finer point on that, from the Project 2025 stable, he's named Tom Homan, who is Trump's border czar, John Ratcliffe, his planned nominee for CIA director, Brendan Carr, his selection for the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, and Pete Hegstra, his selection for ambassador to Canada. Much respect to Canada. The sort of probably most, I'm going to say, unusual pick here and I'm real eager to hear your thoughts on this, is Lori Chavez-DeRemer for Labor Secretary. She had the endorsement of the Teamsters Union. She was at the RNC, she had a speaking slot at the RNC this summer, but she endorsed the PRO Act. She's been a friend to labor. Again, the Teamsters endorsement. I mean, I know you're familiar with this individual. What do you make of Trump's pick for her as labor secretary?
Well, it is a pro-labor pick, and this is a victory for Sean O'Brien, of the head of the Teamsters, who advocated for, spoke at the RNC, as you mentioned, and went in big for this. And Sean O'Brien got opposed by much of the conservative movement, Competitive Enterprise Institute, Grover Norquist Group, all came out against Sean O'Brien's and DeRemer. And Trump went with them, and I think we all know why. He said, hey, I'm going to do something for my friend Sean O'Brien, which is great, in a W, and I hope that we are able to push pro-labor. I mean, the world, the country needs it. However, the hostility that surrounds her is real. You got Elon Musk, you got Russell Vought, we were just talking about. You've got Wall Street hedge fund guy Scott Bessent. These are not people who are ready to go flying with the pro-labor agenda. So she's got her work cut out for her, but it is at least one voice at a table where she is outgunned by very Wall Street friendly people, who's going to have at least a labor voice. And there's moments where, of course, I think it could be helpful when workers go on strike. I will just note that, in order to support the labor secretary, you also need an NLRB, National Labor Relations Board support. And so who Donald Trump picks for that needs to complement this direction if we're going to carve into being a pro-labor. But it is a decent first step here.
Yeah, I mean, it's already, first of all, it's Friday night and he's announced 320% of his cabinet in 5 minutes, right? That's chaotic. The actual picks themselves, some of whom we're going to get to a few more in just a second, but the fact that you have a pro-labor candidate at the Department of Labor and Elon Musk advising the president just is all the insight you need to know into how unified this group of people is going to be, and the chaos that is bound to ensue with so many people at odds over such key issues.